I joined a Facebook. I joined this dude. I'm part of a few Facebook groups. I don't remember if this is an ADHD Facebook group or just a men's weight loss Facebook group, but one of them I saw a post. This guy was just posted pictures of him when he was like really big, and then like now, and then I saw he commented saying that he has a group chat with a couple people, and I was like, yo, throw me in that. And essentially, it's just I need to do it today. I haven't actually messaged much, but it's just them like tracking their calories and their protein and like
Oh, okay.
just kind of it's just so everybody's kind of holding each other accountable, like sharing how many steps they had for the day, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's kind of cool, and it's nice that it's in a group with dudes that used to be fat,
Yeah.
like really big,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like okay, cool, like they actually
They
can,
understand what you're going
yeah,
through.
they
Yeah.
understand, yeah. So
You don't have some douchebag, scrawny
yeah, see that's
muscle builder that's like, "Oh, I can't understand why you guys can't do it."
right, and it's like somebody that has never been big in their life, and it's like I
Yeah.
understand like certain stuff is kind of supposed to work overall as like calorie deficits and things like that. I get
Yeah.
that, but like when you haven't struggled like so, I'm sure it's more difficult for you guys, especially you, Tori. Um, like you struggle with like it doesn't matter what you eat, you can't seem to gain weight.
Yeah.
Whereas I struggle with like if I eat this one candy bar, I feel like I'm gonna gain 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like
Our
so it's like it's
metabolisms
the
are
polar
different.
opposite.
Yeah.
So like it's a
Yeah.
completely different struggle, but like you can kind of appreciate the struggle from a different perspective.
Yeah.
But it's like
because if you wanted to like some people at work have talked about it, they want to like bulk up more,
right,
but they can't because they can't gain any weight.
right,
So they're scrawny, they're fit, but they're still scrawny because they can't put on any weight to add the muscle.
right.
I would
exactly.
argue that I do put on muscle though.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but he's
muscle, but you,
saying you
you
can't
can't
put on
you don't put on
yeah,
the weight. You just
fat.
kind of really you can kind of tone up your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, but like it's like the polar opposite for me. It's like, of course, my brain wants the candy all the time too.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's like, great.
I'm better about not stuffing my face with candy, but
Yeah, you got a lot better with that.
As long as it's not in the house. So I noticed something. I don't know if Jessica knows that I noticed her do it, but like whatever. She hid Hannah's Easter basket full of candy. I came home from work one day and it was missing. It was just gone. So I know she hid it, and it's like I know she did it for my own good.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave it alone. I don't need to know where it's at.
maybe she didn't even. Did Hannah know where it was at?
I don't know where
Yeah,
it's
'cause
at. I have
maybe-
no idea what happened.
Because maybe she hid it because Hannah kept
there
asking
was
for candy.
still
Hannah would
candy in it.
continue to
There
ask
was
for
still
candy.
candy.
Oops.
I was continuing to dip my fingers into it.
I get
'Cause
that,
it's
but
like
like
when I walk
Hannah's
by
the
it-
same.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Yeah.
That's
the
why
same.
she's like,
That's-
I
yeah.
gotta put this away because Hannah keeps asking for candy, and I cannot give her
Both
candy
these
after candy after
motherfuckers
candy.
keep eating it, and I want it.
Well, it's like like my brain it does this dumb thing where it's like, okay, if I'm walking by something and I grab a piece and I eat it while I'm walking, those don't count. Those aren't calories. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't count. I'm doing something. Like, ugh.
When I was in gymnastics, they were really sticklers on about like what you eat, and I would eat Fruit Loops and feel guilty, so I'd like walk with my bowl of Fruit Loops. I would do the same shit.
See, I feel, so like I've been trying to like keep track of all my food and my calories and my protein and these guys do daily weigh-ins, and it's like even just tracking all my food and everything, like I'm almost afraid I'm gonna develop a different kind of eating disorder.
Yeah.
Because I already know I have a binge eating disorder. Like that's how I got up to 400 pounds. Like that's just fact.
Yeah.
But now it's like I don't want to be the kind of guy that's constantly thinking, well, how many calories is in that? Like how many calories is in that?
Having
you know?
anxiety about everything.
Exactly. I don't want to be afraid to
Yeah.
eat food either. But like I am afraid to eat food because I'm already like fuck, how many calories is in that?
Yeah.
So I'm already there, but like I don't want it to get worse.
Like you
Like,
want
I
to be
think-
cautious about it, but you don't want to overthink it.
I think it's okay to be at that kind of point because I'm trying to lose weight, but I
Yeah.
don't want to be that way like once I get to my goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird. interesting journey.
It's going to
And
be a
your-
habit you develop
your-
once you get to your goal, and you don't want to keep it forever.
Right. What were you saying, Tori?
Your body is different than others as well, so keep that in mind when you're like, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
try not to compare myself to others.
For
Yeah,
real.
no, I know. Yeah. No, I know. There was this big dude at the gym today. Like, he's just tall and like he was muscular, but he wasn't like huge body. I don't know. It's not like he was like crazy bodybuilder. I don't know if he had a shirt on. Like he could have been. Like he was a big dude.
You say
like,
he had his shirt off?
on.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
allowed to take him off.
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
Yeah.
that's not allowed.
No, well, like
But
he
you
looked. He
specified
was a
it.
big dude, and I was like, dang, like that dude knows what he's doing. There was another dude that was like hyping himself up too while he was like lifting weights. I was like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
like go dude,
Yeah.
like you, like cause like he was there by himself. Like he was, what was it? Like one thing he said kind of made me like, cause he was like, come on, one more, keep going, one more. He's like, get rich or die trying, one more, keep
Get
going.
rich or
Like that. I was like, I don't know if that one fits right here.
Well, I mean, if he's doing it for like, I don't want to say OnlyFans, but like,
Like competition, like there's competitions,
Yeah,
bodybuilding
maybe,
competitions.
Yeah, you're right.
That
You're
or
right.
the
Maybe it did fit. Maybe I was judging. Shit, I was judging in the no judgment zone.
can people make money off TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's one of those things where he does fitness videos, or like
I
he needs to
wish-
be fit for what he portrays in his videos.
I wish I could record in Planet Fitness, because I have not been recording for this fucking video I'm supposed to be making, because
Because you can't
I
record
can't
there.
record in Planet Fitness, so it's just gonna be me sitting in my car going, yeah, so I just worked out again, you know, like
Yeah.
that's so boring.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should just start like recording like daily, like
Just put your
body
face on
videos,
Arnold
or-
Sylvester Stallone when he does all his boxing movies, when he's like going up the stairs
Yeah.
and shit. Just
Just
Photoshop
that.
your face on him doing stairs
imagine
and stuff.
This is me.
You could do,
Sylvester Stallone.
I don't know, like a video of pictures of day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Kind of talk about it.
That's what he's saying though. Is
It's
him
just gonna
talking
be
about
all
working
just
out.
talking, like, and I want it to look like a good video. Like I can show like you'll have like the voiceover while it shows me like, oh, and I was really struggling with push-ups my first few days, and then it shows me struggling with push-ups, you know, and then
You could do a once every 30-day video, and do
Like,
some
just do some shit
some
down here in
workout
my
at
basement or
home, just
something.
short workouts at home, and then just have like a short video or just a picture of you every day for 30 days, and then just do like a
yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just record when I remember. I don't know. I'm gonna have to record as much as I can, and do stuff like that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to have it all in front, as much content as I can in front of me, and then once I'm at the end of the journey, I'll know how the journey went, so I
Yeah.
can make my story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, unfortunately, it's just like every other freaking video we make, and I'm just jumping head in. But I mean, for these kinds of videos, I mean, that kind of makes sense though, because it is like, I changed my life in 100 days, you know, like, so it's gonna be different.
Yeah, not everything's the same.
Did you notice that you have an AI button on the bottom right of your computer now? I had an update after having that conversation, and now I'm like, oh, now it's on my computer.
Dude, oh, I remember when so you were talking about AI, and
Yeah.
I had a thought about AI today. My thought about AI was, let's let AI take over, because either humans are gonna die, which we're gonna kill ourselves if we don't. Like
Yeah.
if they, like, you know, we'll kill ourselves anyway. So kind of like that's kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy, or they'll save humanity,
Yeah. Could get a million times better.
right? So just let's let the AI take over. We're done for anyway. That was my thought. So that was kind of funny that you were talking about AI, cause
If they enslave us, they're at least going to give us reliable transportation.
right.
My job doesn't
exactly,
do
'cause
that.
They want us to get to the. They want us to get to the mines so we can mine the minerals. So
we'll have great health care so that we can be good workers.
Wait, hold on. The health care will be better.
What fucking jobs are we gonna be doing?
We gotta get. Wait, hold on.
We're gonna be mining for No, in all reality, they're just gonna build. Everything's gonna be machinery. We're gonna be.
We're the organic material that just is in the way.
Yeah. They would just delete all of us, and they would create machines to do all
because
of the
AI.
jobs.
So if AI was sentient enough to kind of control humanity, it would also be sentient enough to know that the material it was currently made of, whatever it was, would eventually
run out.
So it would seek alternative, longer lasting.
Or go to space.
Just fuck you guys.
What's on your brain right now?
Too much.
What? You want me to explain my?
Explain what?
Like what I was saying, the reality of that.
No.
Okay. Because what comes to my mind is the Lego factory.
The Lego factory.
Without AI, if an entire factory can just be run by robots, then an AI can make whatever it wants to make sure it's sustained.
Right, yeah. I don't know what to talk about now.
I have a soda addiction.
Let's look at our vision boards.
I want to go on vacation.
I was thinking, because I was...
That didn't help.
Well, my vision board, the fight and creator clash, right? And I was like, well, I gotta lose weight and everything anyway. Antonio used to box, and he can't come to the gym with me because he's not gonna drive all the way up.
I don't want to get hit.
No, I don't have to hit you. But
somebody's going to if I'm in it.
No, I'm gonna fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna fight somebody.
So I get to hit you over and over.
No, you're not even listening to my story.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how many times you can get hit.
No, I'm talking... No, I don't want to get hit, though. That's the thing. You're not supposed to get hit. You're supposed to not want to get hit.
You're not supposed to, but you're going to.
Do you want to do karate?
No, I want to do karate.
You're welcome.
Can you finish your story?
I don't even know what I was fucking saying now.
Yeah,
boxing. You want to?
Antonio used to box.
Antonio used to box, and so because I'm taking rest days from the gym, I was thinking maybe on my rest days instead I come and I'll go over to his house and use his punching bag and start learning some stuff.
You got a punching bag.
Yeah, but do you know boxing stuff?
You punch.
So no.
No.
I don't know it.
That doesn't help.
I'm just gonna fucking do it myself and learn my own self.
You punch harder.
YouTube.
Yeah, but I'd like to.
Have you tried hitting it harder?
I'd like to actually get some advice from somebody
a professional
who knows what. Not a professional.
Homie, I'm professional.
I don't like people.
Well, okay, but
no, I understand
you gotta
that.
Have friends.
I understand
but
that.
You gotta
it's
have
nice
friends.
to have somebody to teach you how to do something.
You used to not like me, remember?
Yeah.
The first time I met you, I was like,
I don't like that guy.
You used to not like me.
It was because
and then I moved in with you.
It's because you overstimulated me, and I had to learn how to calm myself down to be around
somebody
the stimulation, just like with him. Like when I'm at the store and he's feeling extra autistic or ADHD, and it'll set me the fuck off, and I'll be panicked, and I'll be like, I can't fucking be around you right now. Like this shit's making me panic, and I think it's because
social anxiety.
The social anxiety and
you don't
I
like
don't
to
know. Maybe I was
out.
Yelled at too much for being too extra. So when someone's a little too extra or I'm a little too extra, I'm like, fuck, I need to calm it down. So I apologize. Shit like that.
I find myself not. I mean, obviously you guys know I can be extra, but I'm only extra with my friends. But I feel like a lot in society, I'm very quiet and to myself.
I think proof of that is Paul. Being baffled by what you were like on camera.
Right, because I don't know him very well, so of course I'm not going to be 100% genuine. But, it's kind of weird because, fuck, where was I going with this? Oh, because, Jesus, you were talking about the store.
Yeah.
And
being hyper.
Extra.
Yeah, and then you're like, I'm not that extra.
I'm, very quiet at the store, and I like to just get in and get out. But then sometimes Jessica's like, well, let's go look at the clearance.
Let's window shop.
So then she wants to look at stuff. So then I'm like, okay. But then I start showing her stuff that she doesn't have any interest in. So then it's like, okay, well, that's not actually what you wanted. Like, you wanted to look at your stuff. Like,
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I hate window shopping so much because it's like, I can't buy it anyway.
I like window shopping.
I hate it.
I understand.
Because there's no point in me looking at it if I can't buy it. It's like, oh, I wish I could buy that. I want that. It's like, I'm not going to buy it. Like, I'm not going to go spend $80 on Legos because I don't have $80 extra dollars. If I do, it's going towards a bill. Like, realistically, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Or it's going to something to the channel. Like,
So-
I don't spend money on myself ever. The last time, actually, I bought those new shoes because I needed shoes. But, you know, like,
Most of the reason I like window shopping is like imagine just like, I don't know, like window shopping on like Wish, of like just random gadgets and things that I've never seen or heard of.
He likes
I'd
to
be
go
like,
to Menards
I'm
and
gonna
window
save up
shop.
for that, or like, cause they got the oddball things of like weird special things that you've never heard of, or like the as seen on TV aisle, like just the weird shit like that. But as far as like me actually having more fun, like window shopping would be like secondhand stores, something you can afford,
yeah.
but it's just random like hidden treasures.
I'm okay with secondhand stores, but I don't get, like, window shopping, like, going and looking
to Aeropostale.
like PCs and things like that.
Yeah,
You know, it's
no.
like, damn, like, I can't afford that.
I don't like window shopping at Best Buy. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whoa, this fridge talks to you?
It costs more than my house.
I mean, I like looking at that shit just to like dream, like, oh, like how could I don't know. It's like the Sims
Like gold.
builder in me that likes to create and
We
build
should
and
change our
stuff.
name to the Poor People Podcast.
100 fucking
Triple
set.
P.
I mean, okay, but it's hard. Almost hate saying I'm poor now. Like, even though
We're
even though we are
poverty.
we live check to check.
We're fucking
and
poverty
yeah,
level, bro.
We are lower class. Like, that is just, we are.
Yeah.
Like, we still are very fortunate compared to other people, and it's hard to remember that.
Guess how
because
many-
of how
Yeah.
much we do struggle, like, with our mental health
Yeah.
and just the fact that we have to work 5 or 6 days a week.
Because we're
you know.
scraping by every month, but we're not falling more and more and more
Right,
behind.
but one wrong thing,
Then you're way behind.
But then we're
it takes
fucked.
months for
Yep.
you to put a few $100s into your truck, like,
Yeah.
because your truck stopped running. Luckily, you live right around the corner from work.
Yeah.
Like, so what were we even talking about? Oh, that we're just kind of like we're poor, but like we're fortunate.
I had
Yeah.
$8
Some
in my
aspects.
account today.
You know what?
$8 in my account
Heck
today.
yeah.
8
It wasn't
Yeah.
negative.
It wasn't
Dollars.
negative.
$8.
It wasn't negative. I know that's hard to like be like yay, but also like anytime my account goes negative, I get so mad at myself because it's like, well, for one, why is the bank letting that shit go through if you know I don't got no money?
Yeah.
That bugs me.
That
That
bugs,
bugs me. But like, two, why are you charging me $35 when I overdraft by $2?
That's
Like,
how they
come
get money.
on.
That's how
I
they make
obviously
money.
don't have $2.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
you're taking 35 more away from me, bro. Like,
yeah.
I think I brought something up earlier. And greedy.
Yeah. Well, that's because America's America.
The world is the world. It's not just America.
I wanna
It's
go
the
live in
entire
Denmark.
fucking world,
I
bro.
want to go live in Denmark.
Dude, you know how much rural area is in Canada? It is ridiculous.
Yeah, Canada's huge, and like a lot of it's like just not lived in.
Have you ever looked at the population densities
There
there?
must be terrifying monsters in the forest.
Dude, there's like 90.
The white man.
The skinwalkers, bro. Oh, I shouldn't say that word out loud. Sorry.
You're not
Uh,
supposed to say the
The
word.
S word.
I'm pretty sure it was over 90% of the population lives in like these two towns that are right fucking next to each other, that are on the southeastmost side.
Ontario.
And dude, like the majority of the rest of it
Quebec.
is just like hardly anybody. Like the
Montreal.
populations are like 5,000. It's like just
Vancouver.
Olivet towns
Vancouver.
scattered. It's weird.
I'm listening to you, buddy. I'm sorry. It's just start naming Canadian cities.
Canada.
Or provinces or whatever
Provinces.
they are. I don't know.
No, I think
I'm
you're
not
right with
Canadian. I don't
provinces.
care. I'm American.
Fucking provinces.
No.
8th
I mean,
grade
actually, yeah, goddamn right, Jesus.
history class.
This is America.
Oh. I seen a bald eagle Thursday.
I've
Our
Tuesday.
seen a bald
fucking
eagle
neighbor, dude, said
the
the
other day,
weirdest
too.
fucking shit to me in Austin, and I was so
Wait,
pissed, and I
wait,
had no idea
which
how to
neighbor?
take it,
Skeeter.
and I don't.
Skeeters doesn't watch this, does he?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but I don't care.
What'd you
What
say,
the
Skeeter?
fuck?
What do you say? What's Skeeter say?
Well, so I can't remember the beginning of it, but somehow we got on the topic of
He brought it up. He was like, I've never seen so many black people in Charlotte before in my life.
I
And
was
then
like, yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? It's great to get some diversity finally. And then he was like, yeah, it's weird though to think about since this used to be the capital of the KKK.
I mean, that is true.
I was
but,
like, yeah, you're right. Thank God that doesn't happen anymore. And Tori seconded that, and
yeah.
or no, maybe Tori said it and I seconded that, but either way.
yeah,
And he was like, oh, well, I guess I won't tell you about that. And then he like mumbled something in Skeeter mumble about
no, he said something about
high up in the KKK.
lynching,
Yeah.
hanging people,
Yeah.
and he like literally looked up at at the fucking power line, bro. Like looking up at dude, the way he fucking explained that shit really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Really freaked me out,
But
bro.
like I didn't.
So for context, Skeeter talks like Boomhauer. That's why they're not quite sure what he says
Yeah.
all the time. So that's why Skeeter talks like Boomhauer.
and he
He's
does say
kinda,
some crazy off the wall.
dude's not all
unrealistic stories.
Dude's not all there, like at all.
So maybe he meant there's some really high up KKK members that lived here. Maybe he meant he is currently high up in the KKK. Maybe he meant that he just knew somebody that was. I don't know.
Either way, it freaked me out. And
You
then,
know-
like, down the street, there's this fucking house with the fucking Confederate flag giant in the
Is that-
fucking window.
Is that the same house that with the trying to kidnap the governor? Is that the same house?
I don't know what the houses were.
Yeah, we have
Remember
no
that
idea.
happened right down the
Yeah,
road?
we have no idea who that was.
That was over by the where they send dead people to be viewed. What's that called? Morgue.
Funeral home.
Funeral home. Yes, thank you.
Where they look at dead
Yeah,
people.
not the morgue. They don't go to the morgue to view them.
Well, I mean,
it
yeah,
depends
right
on the
That was
situation.
across from the
Sometimes.
funeral home. That
You have
wasn't
to
like
identify a
well, I
body.
know, but that was
Yeah.
like close.
yeah. But no, this is
I don't have to bleep that.
fuck. The one on the corner with the it's a really small
I know what you're
house and it's got
talking
a fence.
Mm-hmm.
They usually let their grass grow out really fucking long.
It says beware of the dog.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
I almost said
I'm so tired of the Confederate flag, and I'm so tired of just the politics.
I'm tired
in
of being as
general.
far north as possible and seeing Confederate flags all over. If you were a
So
mermaid,
you were
would-
saying, so you said to Skeeter that you should, like it's a good thing that there's more black people coming to Charlotte,
yeah.
right? And so I've been kind
Well,
of
I said it's good that it's more diverse.
right, more
now.
diverse, right?
Yeah.
And I've been kind of trying to pound it into this kid's head that I work with. I'm not gonna give his name.
I almost sneezed it.
He's 19 years old, and his parents are Republicans. So he's in that stage
Oh, wait.
where he's really parrots a lot of what his
Never
parents.
mind. I
say.
thought it was somebody else.
Hmm?
I thought it was somebody else you were talking
No.
about.
No.
Never mind. I'm listening.
Yeah, and so like he's a kid, and like he's smart enough, and so like anytime he kind of says something off the wall, I'll ask him like, well, why, and like I asked him today about gay people, and he goes, well, I just like because he doesn't necessarily like gay people, and I'm like, why, and he goes, well, I just, he says they're just so they think they're so privileged they get a whole month, and I was like. The only reason they get a whole month is because it still pisses off people like you. And I told him, I was like, you need to start hanging out with different kinds of people. If you keep surrounding yourself with nothing but straight
Yep.
white guys, that's the only mentality you're gonna have.
Yep.
And I keep kind of saying that to him, like you need to diversify the people you hang out with.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, like, there's so many different kinds of people out there. They're
Yeah.
not all like you. And
These-
once you fucking accept that and realize that, life gets a lot easier.
These movements, they get a whole month because do you know how many people have been
Died,
victims
have
of
died.
crimes because of who they are?
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Just like black
Black History Month.
Black History Month. Thank you very much. It's the same fucking thing. The reason why we have a whole month is to remember the people who have been fucked over by fucking people like you.
Well, and the fact that, like, we don't really learn much about Black history or gay history, or, you know, we learn about the white man's history and how we shared the land with the Native Americans, and they voluntarily moved into smaller settlements.
Yeah.
And they showed us how to make corn.
So
Well, I
it's
have
kind of
some-
like childhood trauma where you have to take what bullshit you were taught as a kid, fucking pick up a different book
That's
and
why-
figure it out.
And that's why we're gonna homeschool, like straight up. Like we've just already decided. Like we might let her go to kindergarten, first or second grade, maybe. But
Yeah.
we're not like, especially with like how, let's face it, schools are just getting more and more unsafe,
Yeah.
like, that's
and
just
under
100%.
understaffed. But the teachers,
Yeah.
the teachers that are there,
they're trying to
They're
keep
under-
kids out of trouble.
they're trying to keep, yeah, exactly. They're trying to keep the kids out of trouble,
They're supposed
and
to
they're
be-
just trying to keep their own
Yeah.
sanity because they can't fucking afford to live and eat
No.
either. And it's essentially
Yeah,
they're just
I
glorified.
would never, ever, ever blame the
They're
teachers.
just
but
glorified babysitters.
that's the best they can do
Oh
right
my
now.
at this
God.
point, and that's the sad thing. That's why I was going. For those of you that don't know, I was going to college to be a teacher until I found out the median income at the time for teachers in Michigan was $30,000 a year, and I said, "Wow, I'm making more than that as working at Kroger and a pizza delivery guy." So I stopped going to school.
That's why I get so pissed at, like, sorry, Americans, not the teacher thing, backtrack a little bit, complaining about immigrants and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
that's what we are.
We literally, like,
Well-
at least the immigrants that we're getting right now aren't coming in and enslaving us
Yeah, I know. We
and murdering
colonized.
us.
We colonized.
No, they're just
and
finding work that we don't want
that
to
we
do
don't
and
wanna
doing
do.
it for
They're
us.
going and picking strawberries for $2 an
Yeah.
hour.
They're
and we're
feeding your
bitching about
fucking
it.
kids,
Yeah.
bro.
Like, dude.
Like, God, it's so
And that's the thing.
dumb.
That's the problem. Is that the people that go, oh, they're taking our jobs. One, no, they're not, because they can't, and like they're literally doing the jobs that we don't want to do. And two, they help the economy because they are getting cash under the table. So they're taking untaxed dollars
Yeah.
and putting it into the economy, and that
Yep.
dollar is then getting taxed again. And that's what people just they don't understand. Like they put billions of dollars into our economy.
Yeah, they don't ever get a tax return,
Right.
so that's more money going in the government too.
But, you know, we don't think about stuff like that. We just think about brown people bad. Fuck.
I was going to say about teachers and funding and how it was like 2013, 2014 maybe when like they really started going hard on like the arts and defunding the arts programs. And let me tell you that when I was in high school, band was big. Like it was a big fucking deal.
Wait, so did this happen when you were out of school already?
The last
Like-
year she was in school,
Yeah,
Oh, wait, when did you graduate?
2012.
so
I
it
haven't
was the
last-
year after, I guess.
Oh, wait, no.
But it was starting.
No. So it happened, are you talking about with Dan Schneider, right?
I don't know.
He was the governor at the time. He was
I
cutting
wasn't
stuff.
politicking in that time.
I helped lead a walkout at my school
Hell
because
yeah.
of those cuts.
I went to.
Well, that was when that was before they actually started. That was before they started doing the cuts. This is when they started proposing the cuts. I'm betting is what happened.
I went to a meeting and all of that as well to fight for that shit, but it didn't do shit. Our voices weren't fucking
I was on
heard.
the news.
Nice.
I wonder if that clip is out there
God damn
somewhere.
it.
But like anyway, so there were at least 100. I might be too much to say 150 kids in band class. That's mixing
Band,
freshman
marching
to
band.
senior.
Oh, okay.
Our school was tiny. My graduating class was like what, 100 people.
But half the kids were in band.
The
So
other half was on the football team.
yeah, like you had the
The
football.
whole school showed up for every event.
You had football players, cheerleaders, soccer players, like everybody was in band. Like and it was
was
fun to
very
be a part
involved.
of and it was really cool. And I went for my nephew's band concert and the size of the freaking high school band was like 20, 30 people.
Which also encourages kids to get better grades and do better in school because they have requirements that if you're going to be doing these special activities, you need to keep a certain GPA and keep a certain attendance level.
That's why
So
they only
getting
care
rid
about.
of-
That's why they only care about the standardized testing.
Yeah,
Anyways.
so
That's
getting
why they
rid
don't
of the
actually
rewards.
teach you anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, going from like 100 tops 150 people to like fucking 30 is insane.
It's
And it is
depressing.
because of that right there was the fucking defunding of the arts. And I swear to God, the arts is the only reason why I fucking lived through my fucking childhood. And it really pisses me off that they're fucking taking that away from this generation. Fuck you. I have an embarrassing story. Fuck.
Is it about the news?
It's about the radio. So I called to try to. God damn it! I can't even.
Did you
talk.
try to win tickets or something?
Yeah.
Oh
And
no!
I got so excited that I was like freaking out, you know. And then everybody heard me freaking out because it was like live the whole
Oh,
time, and I
no.
didn't know. This was like fucking going off in my family about how I might win tickets to the American Idol thing at the fucking Cinemax. Like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
It's so embarrassing. Then I went to school that morning, and I think it was
Oh no! That's even
Brianna.
worse.
she was like, "I heard you on the bus this morning." So everybody on the bus heard me. I was so upset. This is why I have social anxiety.
Oh,
Because
now you
I'm,
freaked out and everyone on the internet's going to hear you.
cause I'm me, and it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The
Oh.
internet's going to take every awkward thing you do in every video, and they're going to make compilations, because that's what the internet does.
No, I
That's
expect it.
publicity.
And that's okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Oh.
Because the thing is, when you say that you're cringe, you're the only one that can judge on if you're being cringe or not. Because some shit you like, other people are just not going to like, and they're just always going to think what that... So,
You just
anime.
gotta laugh
We
it
all
off.
like anime.
Yeah.
Some people think anime is cringe. So they're
Yeah.
always going to think that we're cringe because we like anime. But
I
we don't think
sometimes
it's
cringe for anime.
Okay, I sometimes cringe for different like anime scenes when all of a sudden there's a girl like half naked for zero reason, and it's like, Mom, don't walk in right now. Like, you know, like that's weird.
Yeah.
That makes me
So
cringe.
I look
That's
at
what I'm saying. Like that's the kind of stuff that makes me cringe. But like at the same time, like I'm allowed to be like, okay, I don't like, you know, like I can never say you're cringe, but I can say, ooh, I didn't like that one part in this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I can never say a person is cringe.
I feel
because-
like too many people look at anime as there's different types of,
that was the
move-
ghost.
movies and series and shit, and then there's anime. It's not just anime, and not all anime is like that same genre. There's horror, there's mystery,
Mhm.
there's comedy, there's more
Nana.
realistic. There's so many different, just like any
Nana.
other live action series.
Have you ever seen
Like-
it? No.
Nana.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a cute
it's a
fucking.
Like my
series.
buddy Mark will not watch anime. He will not give it a chance. I just don't like anime.
You gotta
Ooh,
find the right
excuse me,
one
is
for
what he
you.
always says, and I'm like,
Does he
dude,
hate
like
cartoons?
his favorite show. This is the same guy I told you. His favorite show is Family Guy.
That's an
That's an
animation
anime.
It's
show.
an animation show, but it's not an anime.
It's
It-
not a
it's
Japanese anime. It's an
different.
American anime.
It's on Hulu.
What?
I want to watch it
And-
You
again.
don't have Hulu.
Suck my
I
dick.
don't have Hulu. What's that? It looks kind of fun.
So
Who
they
are they?
they're both named Nana, and she's like in a band, and she's like super reserved and quiet, and they become roommates, and it's just about their story, and it's really fucking cute, and I fucking love it.
Am I allowed to slink away to go potty?
Oh man, I was on track to say something too. Anime. Mark, sit down. Let me finish this, and then we'll take a quick break. Mark, you bitch. What the
You
hell was I
bitch.
complaining about?
He doesn't like
He doesn't-
anime.
he
He
doesn't
doesn't
give it a
watch
try, but
it.
he loves
won't
Family
even
Guy.
give it a try. And like, I was
Attack on Titan. Just do it.
literally that was the one. I was like, please, just this is literally my favorite anime.
That
Like,
one's brutal as fuck,
it's-
though.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, if
Yeah.
anyone is if any anime will get somebody into anime, I think it'd be Attack on Titan because it doesn't have too many of those awkward anime
It's not a bunch
moments.
of nudity scenes. It's not all like kid friendly.
Right. It's like there's a bug in here.
Yeah.
I just swatted at it.
It's a little gnat.
And literally I described. I was like, so this is the first episode, and I kind of like went through like I was like, so Aaron, and then like his mom gets eaten, and then there's blood everywhere, like just kind of like going over the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, that's okay, you know, this is kind of crazy. And then I was like, so, and then I described the scene where Aaron gets eaten.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and I was like, and then he reaches out to his friend Armin, and then the Titan just eats him, and his arm goes flying at his friend, and then his friend goes, ah! And like, freaks out, and then he
Yeah.
goes, that sounds pretty brutal, but still, I'm not gonna watch it. And it's like, dude, like, like just give it a chance.
He
Like,
watches Food Wars every weekend.
it's just, I think it upsets me more that he won't even give it a chance. And it's like, I never watched anime until one of my buddies I was working at Kroger.
Yeah.
One of my buddies was like, dude, you gotta watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Toonami got me, dude.
Okay. I should backtrack. I watched anime, but I didn't necessarily know what shows were anime.
Oh,
Like, I didn't
yeah.
realize, like, Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z was anime, or Yu Yu Hakusho was anime.
Yeah.
Because those were just kids. Those were,
So bad.
those
now.
were just yeah. Like before it was cool, but now
I
it's like-
watched 2 episodes of it and I was like, I can't.
but before when I was a kid, I was like, this is just shows that are on late at night. They're a
Yeah.
little bit more gory. Like
They're
I
just-
didn't realize they were anime.
They're teenager cartoons.
Exactly. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I thought. Yep. So I didn't really think anything of it, and then he was like, dude, you gotta watch Brotherhood, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, this show is amazing.
Yeah.
So then I started watching other animes, and now here we are.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
So what would you say the anime that actually pulled, like Full Metal Alchemist, I'd say is the one that pulled me in more into the anime world, and I got more into like,
So,
oh,
like
this
the
is
first
anime, this
anime
is
that got you into it.
that really got you into it, yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Nana. It's
No,
my favorite one.
But okay, not your favorite one, but the one that first pulled
Changed your
you
mind
in.
to start liking
yeah.
anime. SAO would have been your first one that you would have started watching, like getting into, I think.
Sword Art
Maybe.
Online.
Because
You sure?
you seemed to not like it for a long time, but you liked SAO. Did that make you think that you might like other animes?
I'm very specific to what I like
Yeah.
in anime, yeah. So it's like, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No, go.
Finish your thought.
I don't know what it was because I already worried about what your thought was.
I was just gonna say kind of like how you didn't think you were gonna like Ajin because of
The animation
The
style for that's
animation.
really weird.
but it's such a good story.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good.
Did you like Ajin? Did you watch Ajin?
No,
Dude,
but I'm relating to like,
I'll try to look that up. Hold on. I'll screen. That's how I remember things. I screenshot it.
I learned a long time ago that I never actually look back at my screenshots.
same.
It's like, oh, that's a great recipe. Let me screenshot that, and then it just gets lost forever.
I always Pinterest my recipes so I know where to go.
I need to start getting on Pinterest because people apparently use Pinterest a lot.
I love Pinterest.
Trigun.
Trigon. Oh, that sounds familiar.
Trigun or Cowboy Bebop
I haven't seen
is
Cowboy Bebop.
probably the two that got me into it. Trigun is actually surprisingly short. If you watch one episode a week,
Is
it
Trigun
feels
the
like
robots?
it lasts a long time. So it looks like it's got a big red trench coat. It reminds me of the dude off Hellsing Abridged,
Okay.
the vampire,
Yep.
and he's got a like revolver. But
Okay.
like throughout the show, his whole arm like goes mechanical and turns into like a massive weapon.
I seen one episode of Gundam when I was a kid, and that it was like
Gundam was cool.
It was a crazy, like, intense episode, and then I went to watch like another episode, and it just wasn't like that. I was like, well,
No,
this
no.
show's stupid.
That's very back and forth.
So I never actually watched Gundam. I always liked the robots. I thought the Gundams were cool.
So yeah, I would say those are the two I remember the most that like got me into thinking I'd like that.
I think
Naruto.
So I never got into Naruto, and the reason is, and I know it's a really stupid childish reason,
Because
but
it was popular.
I was a kid. No, it's because Cameron liked it,
Oh.
and you know he's 13 and I'm 15. I'm not gonna like what he likes.
Yeah.
You know, so
I was the older kid.
I was the older kid, but he really liked Naruto and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna like that show.
My sister didn't like any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Can I go now?
Are we done talking about anime?
I gotta go now.
He has to pee. All right. I had a question at work today because I really it's really weird to think about. So assuming humanity doesn't off itself at some point, okay? Assuming that we kind of just keep going forward, you know, like we've had like cars, like steam engines, combustible engines, rocket ships,
Yeah.
like what is like we're trying to get to Mars now, like realistically what is the next thing? What is the next big thing?
I think the next big thing is a few years ago I read an article on, different. So we measure different speeds. So we have like, feet per second, miles per hour. Then we have like light speed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're trying to figure out how to go faster than light speed. And that's essentially like the idea of teleportation and like stuff like that. Well, we already have a system set up that we can teleport information. We can teleport data.
Haven't they
So-
actually teleported something already?
So the next thing that they're talking about is they seen a way that is essentially like folded space. So like if you were trying to go from one thumb to my other, and you'd be going in a straight line, you could go at light speed. But the way to go faster would be is to fold space. So it was a way that they could figure out how to travel. So they'd still go from one thumb to the other, and they'd pass this distance. But the only distance that they actually had to like walk across is from here to here. It's really weird, way more above my head to comprehend.
to
but
think about.
but I think the next vehicle type upgrade is going to be one
Not
that
necessarily
goes
vehicle,
across
not even just necessarily vehicle, but next huge milestone and
milestone.
like next huge we had the internet and like now like AI is kind of a thing, but I don't think that's like the next mile. Like I don't know what the next
Yeah.
milestone is.
Maybe quantum processing.
I don't know what that is. Oh wait, so Jared did. So when I just kind of like this popped into my brain, I asked Jared, and his first thing was internet speed. So I guess they just found out how to make it like 1,000,000 times faster, or something
Okay.
like that. But like, so from that point, so if it's internet speed, so because the internet can move that much quicker, we're gonna have to make our computers that much faster. But like,
Not necessarily, because like computers and routers nowadays, or even like 10 years ago, there was no internet that could ever hit the capacity for that. So like your computer right now can probably run 2 gigabytes a second for speed on it, and your internet is a tenth of that.
oh,
So like even 10 times faster internet than you currently have would easily match what your computer's currently even capable of. Not like
right,
100
but like
times
if it's
or
a
anything,
million
but
times
yeah,
faster,
yeah.
like what can that lead to? Like what kind of advancements would that faster internet lead to?
yeah.
Because that
So-
like, it's kind of weird to think about like the future, like
Faster internet
Yeah.
helps with better, relaying information back and forth faster. But the reason I said quantum processing is because like a big thing on like why they can't make computer brains essentially work faster is heat distribution and heat production. So they are creating quantum processing, and they're creating processors in different ways that it can get more information and go through it quicker. But the heat is a big problem, and they're getting more and more strides towards that. So if they could get that would actually help a lot, because it can like figure out calculations quicker. Like
okay.
boom, like big problems, be like, oh well, I don't know what we're gonna have to do for this, and it can just figure it out super quick instead of waiting like 13 years.
It's kind of crazy though to think like what we can do with information, like because like if we have a computer that's that intelligent, like what can we actually do with that information that we can't necessarily already do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because in a perfect world, the housing crisis would be non-existent already because we have more empty homes and homeless people. Like if in a perfect world, like we'd already be using the stuff we have available to make humanity better. So it's kind of like what really would come from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like we have the technology and all the resources to make humanity better. We just don't because we're still very humans are still very young, which is a weird thing to think
And
about.
greedy.
Well,
I
humans
don't
are
even
greedy,
think it's
but, like,
about young. I just think it's about our
well, it's
instincts.
because I think human life is
I think it's
so
our
our lives are
species.
so short that it's hard for the next generation to learn from
The
this
previous.
generation's mistakes because our lives are so short that we're kind of seeing these repercussions. Like,
Even
it's-
if you do, it
and
still
so-
repeats itself.
yeah, exactly. History is
Yeah.
repeating itself because nobody's learning.
Oh, squeeze. Shove them claws straight into my flesh. Ow.
I was gonna say something, but I
mean,
forgot.
You know what's crazy? The Hydron, the
Hadron Collider?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't actually understand it. I just know that we're shooting atoms at each other
Shooting
at
particles.
crazy fast speeds.
to figure out what might happen,
to
and it could
hope
kill
that-
us all.
To hope that we could make a black hole.
Yeah.
Did you see that we recently just saw a black hole swallow another black hole?
No,
I remember hearing something new about a black hole, but I didn't remember what it
That's
was.
crazy.
that is nuts. I want to see.
Do you think it's like tornadoes?
I got a hair in my nose.
They just combine, like they fuck with each other for a minute, and then they.
Well,
Like they dance
so I think
around each other.
Yeah.
I think the leading theory to like essentially kind of like the end of the universe, but also this could be like a beginning of this goes into the cycle thing. So one of the theories is that eventually there's going to be one black hole that's big enough that sucks everything into it. So everything gets sucked into this black hole.
So it's like a game of Snake.
The
Sure.
all-consuming.
Yes, there's one big snake that eats all the other snakes.
But you can't even see it because you're so small in comparison that it just looks like a wall.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
I got the hair.
But one black hole swallows literally everything. You know how small we are in comparison to everything.
Yeah,
as it is.
yeah.
So it swallows everything, and because it swallows everything, it gets so dense that it explodes and shoots everything out. So that's kind of the theory that everything gets sucked in. That's how everything ends. Everything gets
Yeah.
sucked in.
Okay.
New Big Bang explosion.
Yeah.
New life. So that's the
That
theory.
makes sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. Don't say it makes sense. How does that make any sense?
It makes sense to me.
It doesn't.
Think of an air compressor that never turned off and continuously put air in it. It can get so dense, but eventually it can only get
But, like-
too
But
dense.
the part where your brain can't fucking
part-
fathom is like,
The
where
sheer,
are we and what is the universe?
the sheer vastness of it all? We are literally
Fucking
we're
knows.
less than specks of sand in the vastness of it all. That's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't make sense. Then there's space. There's nothing in space. Space is actually, it's just literally just nothing there. Like, and then it gets sucked into a big hole, and then everything explodes into everything again. It's like we're taking everything and putting it in a big old bag, and then the bag rips, and now we have a new one. Like, it just,
yeah.
I don't, like,
So
like, I get it, but I
Fucks with
don't
my brain how
fucking
like
get it.
Yeah.
like you can just have like you have this giant ball of fire, but then somehow plants start growing and water forms and water never actually just goes away. But how is there water in the first place if it was just a ball of fire? It was just a molten rock
you're
that
talking
shot out. Like
you're talking about
Yeah.
the star making everything, or everything getting formed. Yeah, like how the different elements get made. Yeah.
Do you know we have a native cactus in Michigan?
What?
We have a native cactus.
Are you saying, did you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, that is a crazy jump. No.
Well, like, my brain was going, well, it's just a big old rock. Like, somebody's got to put some seeds down for anything to start growing. But then it made me think of, like, we have fucking cactuses. Like, how do we have cactuses? Sorry. There's a booby cactus, too, by the way.
Wasn't the earth just volcanoes and lava? Where'd water come from?
That's what I'm saying. If it's all
So
rock
the
and
way,
molten rock.
The way
I
no,
forget how that worked.
the core is rock, is lava.
Okay.
But like,
Eventually the whole thing was lava, though, right?
Yes, because of the fucking
Well,
Big Bang. That's how Earth was made. We were fucking.
It was a big
We
old
went
lava
through.
ball.
We went through different changes.
yeah,
So says
because we get
science.
so hot, and then we eventually come to a certain. So it's a star. I
Yep.
think it's a star that gets so hot, and that's how it creates different elements and things like that. And then it finally gets to a point where there's no other elements that it can create, or it gets so hot and it burns itself out, and then something else happens. I'm not smart enough to know all
Well,
this.
where's water come from in that?
H2O, hydrogen and oxygen.
No, no. Okay, so
Those are two elements that get spit out by the stars.
the sun and the moon play two. The sun, the moon,
The sun's a star.
the angle of our planet, the orbit of our planet, all
Yeah,
play a part in the seasons and the
Water's
tide
technically
and the
everywhere.
everything. But like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
understand that part. But like, where'd the water
How-
come from?
We're essentially saying like you get a rock and you melt it. But how the fuck did that melted rock end up changing into
The Earth
5,000
formed.
different things?
The Earth formed over 4.6 billion years ago out of a mixture of dust and gas around the young sun. It grew larger thanks to countless collisions between dust particles, asteroids, and other growing planets.
Okay, no, that makes sense to me now.
Including one last giant impact that threw enough rock, gas, and dust into space to form the moon.
What kind of gas then? Because gas
Well,
can
because
could
remember
turn
that
into
they
a
say
liquid, but like
that's
what?
how after the Big Bang, everything was just a bunch of different gases that started mixing and colliding, and because those different kinds of gases were mixing, there were different kinds of explosions and things like that. Because it's just so big
Yeah.
and it's so big, and compared to us, we can't comprehend those kinds of explosions and that kind of heat and intensity. And because of that heat and intensity, it was creating other new elements.
Yeah.
It's literally stuff that we just
That makes
cannot
sense.
actually comprehend.
Essentially what we're doing with the Hadron Collider.
Maybe us.
Hmm?
Say maybe us.
Yeah, I just called it stupid. Sorry.
Well, I mean, no, but like
Wow.
I don't think any human can actually comprehend
Yeah.
the scale of it. Wow.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's uncomprehendable. The sheer space is insane.
Space
It's so cool. We should just become we should just become a space podcast.
Like there's like gas planets
There's,
pretty.
and diamond planets
there's the one.
and
Why are they all fucking spheres?
Pluto. God damn it! I'm just kidding.
Shout out to Pluto, we love you.
Little dwarf planet.
My God. This is amazing. I did not think it was going to turn out that well. You were like, I'm going to put a cat in it. I'm like, good luck, babe. And then
What were those?
It's magic.
There's a.
he's going to wear
something
that every time
There's
now.
something in space that's really cool.
Where they throw the house.
It's you.
No, I mean technically yeah, but no.
We're all in space.
That's what I'm saying. Technically,
Wow. Way to make me feel more claustrophobic. Everything's in the same spot I am. We're all in space.
no, but really, you're like super small.
Yeah, I know.
So if you think about it, think about how big everything is compared to you too. That should get you real scared.
I don't think, yeah, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Damn, what the hell was it?
What were you talking about?
Space. There was something really big.
Something
like,
in
it's
space.
This crazy gas that's insanely huge. Like it's like light years wide. Like
Jeez.
it's insane. Like it's just like this gas giant. But I think it's like a star or
It's
something.
the
Something's
monster from Doctor
Isn't it
Strange.
like a storm? Like the
It's
type
something
of
like
a type
something's
of
like
storm.
deconstructing or being constructed within it. Like it's like this crazy thing. But it's like
It's a traveling
remember.
space thunderstorm.
I have a
That'd be
space book
terrifying.
in a space book.
from a long time ago. I can just bring it. We can have fun like looking through it.
I like to look at ghost books.
Bitch, we're talking about space. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like ghost books too.
You know, so you know, like the the Earth moves and orbits and stuff.
Yeah.
What if ghosts like couldn't move with like the rotation? So we just got a bunch of space ghosts now
God.
because like they're stuck in one place, right? So they
Now you're got in the the flat earther theory of why the Earth doesn't spin, because if you jumped, you'd be going 1,000,000 miles an hour in the other
It
direction.
doesn't make sense that if I flip a coin, how come the coin's in the same spot? That's all I'm saying. Don't make sense.
But no,
if I'm in a moving vehicle, I'll flip the coin. How come the coin
yeah,
don't go whoop?
yeah.
That don't make sense.
I see what you're saying though. That would be nuts if you were a ghost and you were just like, maybe that's why you get ghosts from different countries, because yeah, that's why it's so hard to communicate and they use such short sentences. You can't have a full conversation because it's just oh, I caught him again.
And that's why it's those radios, the one words, 'cause that's all they get.
Spit.
Sometimes they talk in sentences.
Yeah, but it was probably one word per rotation.
Some have been here a long time
They're all fucking
and
huddled around.
perfected
They're
it.
like, you say this, you say this, you say this, you say this, you say this. We
It's
got
like
it.
a
That's
game.
a full sentence.
It's a game of telephone. That's why it never makes sense.
Shit. God damn it.
It's funny. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock at night.
Wait,
guys.
no, that's starting to make way more sense because
What?
would a
My
spirit
ghost theory?
would a spirit be affected by gravity? Because gravity is the reason that we stay with the planet's speed.
No, because technically, because the theory is that a spirit is just energy, right?
Yeah.
So does energy have gravity? Gravitational pull? Well, that specific type of energy? Your theory is making too much sense.
I'm so
I
smart.
think it's a
like
completely different, like they're no longer, like, physically here. Their energy is dispersed, I think, out wherever the fuck they want to go.
Yeah, that's why it looks like their energy explodes, because it no longer is held by the Earth's rotation.
Why you sniff it like that, though? Stink. Sorry, I'm done.
It's getting hot in here.
Shut up. No,
It's
it's
'cause I'm
not.
What are you
laughing.
talking? What were you gonna say? You never finished your thought. Yeah, you.
Me?
No.
Oh.
I will never remember. Learn this about me. If I forgot or I don't talk or finish, I'm not going to remember. Chances are like 1 out of.
Well, then why would I? There's a 1 in 10 chance that you remember. That's quiet in here.
You gotta help me remember.
It's just grumbling. It's really quiet in here.
Your hair looks nice today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tried.
Your bald looks nice today.
My shine is nice. It's glistening.
Actually, no, because that's a really nice light.
That is a really nice.
That worked out pretty well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Follow us on
Bye.
social medias and subscribe and please and thank
I'm
you.
Tori, he's Austin, and that's
Yeah,
Justin.
we're Destination
Yeah.
Raina. We never even said that.
Nope, we didn't.
All right.
We don't usually.
Bye.
Bye.